Deb, let's talk Kendall Jenner under fire for her new Pepsi protest ad.
Yeah, a lot of people angry about this. Critics calling it tone deaf and disrespectful. And Hollywood isn't backing down either. Tonight's #1 tracking story, Kendall's brand Backlash.
Took all my rights away, telling me how to pray.
This ad and its rollout is a massive PR disaster for Pepsi and for Kendall Jenner because, even though she didn't create the ad, she was the face of it.
We are the lions, we are the chosen.
So in the spot, it opens up with Kendall Jenner, who's obviously a big supermodel, doing a photo shoot, and meanwhile there's a big protest going on outside. It's not really clear what they're protesting. And then Kendall Jenner ends up joining the protest, grabs a can of Pepsi, gives it to a police officer, and it kind of brings the whole group together.
To say Pepsi has gone flat is an understatement when it comes to the public sentiment surrounding this 2.5-minute spot. It was ultimately pulled by Pepsi within 24 hours. Our insider, senior editor at Adweek, Emma Bazillion, explains how Pepsi took that bold step after many called their message tone-deaf and exploitative of race relations in America.
In some ways, I was a little bit surprised that they pulled this spot just because they spent so much money on this. They could have spent $10 million. I think the social media outcry over this ad was definitely the nail in the coffin.
While the spot pulls from imagery like we've seen in Beyoncé's Formation video, many were particularly offended that the image of Kendall approaching the wall of officers was similar to the now iconic photograph of Black Lives Matter protester Aisha Evans.
I think it's an honor to follow in some of the most iconic people's footsteps is really cool.
The memes have been merciless. Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter Bernice tweeted this image with the caption, quote, "If only Daddy would have known about the power of Pepsi." In a statement, Pepsi admitted they missed the mark and apologized that they put Kendall in that position.
Being part of Pepsi is awesome.
Kendall, meanwhile, has not commented on the backlash, but a source close to the model tells The Insider she is, quote, "devastated." The source says Kendall didn't see the creative vision before signing the estimated $3 to $5 million deal because she, quote, "relied on Pepsi to do their due diligence and trusted that it would be tasteful."
I want to be a part of it, but it just makes me nervous, what people are going to think of it.
Coincidentally, this season on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the notion of public backlash over being politically active actually played out.
You remember Black Eyed Peas song, Where's the Love? Mm-hmm. Well, I remixed it and did a whole video to it.
Yeah.
For what? So I did it. For everything that's happening, Black Lives Matter, all of that stuff. It makes me feel like the world's ending. We should do something.